24-hour port operations are not a luxury, they are a global standard. They reduce congestion, improve turnaround, lower costs, and grow economies. Dr. Eugene Ifeanyichukwu, Secretary, Coastal Consultative Committee. If other ports of the world are operating 24/7, why must Nigerian ports sleep after 6 o'clock?
24/7 port operation and 24-hour cargo clearance, which the federal government has been clamoring for over a decade now. And to that extent, I think in a town hall meeting of this nature, it's not all about pushing blame to some other person or pointing accusing finger to the other person. Rather, it's for all of us to look at the team with a sense of national pride and priority and patriotism and discuss this issue squarely so that at the end, a proper communique will be communicated to the government.
Daniel Idibe, Deputy Chief Operating Officer, Lekki Deep Sea Port. Port performance is about speed. When you restrict operations to daylight, you create delays, and that costs everyone.
Port operation. So the agenda will just be an introduction to Lekki Port, our journey so far, the status of operation, and cargo evacuation plan. So Lekki Deep Sea Port, it's a build, own, operate, and transfer back to the federal government concession. It's for a 45 years period. The full scope of the port includes 3 container beds, 3 liquid beds, and a dry bulk bed. When the port is fully constructed, we will have 8,500 meters quay length, and the draft alongside is 16.5 meters.
Chief Dr. Osita Chukwu, National Coordinator, Save Nigeria Freight Forwarders Coalition. It's not that Nigerians lack professional capacity, but sincerity, transparency, and efficient security, that's what we need.
Listen to Nigerians. We are the one having the pinch. Please, how do we solve the problem? That is what I'm asking. Many people made a presentation here and a lot of things are picked there. Do you want us to just leave it and go? Or speak and sit down? That is not. The question is how we can make it proper and 24 hours effective and efficiently work.
Captain Sunday Imran, Secretary General, Abuja Mao. You need legal backing, coordination, and what we call the maritime cluster. It's not one agency. It's everyone: customs, shipping lines, banks, terminals, emergency services.
Why am I given this platform? It's because you can do everything to start your 24 hours operation. The aspect of a ship being a substandard vessel can actually spoil your whole work. There could be accident at the terminal, blowing up your terminal. Recall what happened in China, the explosion. The terminal was gone. So we are part of that network to ensure maritime safety. So these are the things that make a ship to be classed as a substandard vessel. It's defective in design, there's neglect of maintenance and repairs, its use prolonged past the working life. Usually from 15 years, ships undergo stringent inspection regime.
Oyo Oladipo, Customs Controller, Customs plays a pivotal role. Everything comes through our gates. Revenue, security, clearance, we must be 24/7 too.
The Nigerian Customs Service, I believe everything is centered around us when it comes to port operation right now, because most of the activities that we do at the port must go through customs clearance. And so we are very, very central to some of the activities around here. And it is very necessary for us to understand that the 24 hours cargo clearance or operation that we are talking about, from the customs perspective, we have been doing that, and even some of our stakeholders that come through PTML command will attest to this, that we have been achieving even 2 hours clearance of our rural vehicles.
Mark Walsh, Executive Director of Operations, E&L Consortium. We already work 24/7 at our terminal, but infrastructure like roads and lighting need urgent attention for the entire system to function.
24-hour, I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago, government came up and said, okay, that we must work 24 hours, which most of the terminal operators, I mean, there's not a vessel in port in Lagos that's not working 24 hours. So for us looking at working 24 hours, I thought everybody was working 24 hours. The problem that we look at is that it's the problem that, okay, clearance of cargo and other things that may not be able to be worked on a 24-hour basis. I'm not sure if they can clear cargo 24 hours a day right now, but it's something that we can work towards. But the port operations inside the port, I load cargo every night. I load cargo to maybe 20 to 50 trucks a night, loading cargo going out of the port. The unfortunate thing is that none of them will leave the port in the night.
A 24-hour port economy is a complex machine. If one player sleeps, the entire system fails. Success demands synchronized readiness. Ahmed Ogunsala, GM, Trade Modernization Project Ltd. We're implementing a public-private partnership with Customs. The private sector brings capital, global expertise, and technology to make 24-hour operations real.
It's quite important that across public, private, and what we call civil society actors, we all come together and achieve 24-hour port operations. There's absolutely nothing stopping us from doing so, but ourselves. If we can get our acts together and we all remain focused to one objective and one goal, we'll be able to achieve that goal. And for Trade Modernization Project Limited, Trade Modernization Project Limited is concessionaire to the federal government of Nigeria in implementing the Nigeria Customs Service Modernization Project.
Nigeria's ports must not be places of pause, but engines of non-stop productivity. It is time to keep the gates open. Let the ports stay awake. Let Nigeria move forward.